Hello, this is the RPG Crawler, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. You know what thought occurs to me? Wasn't there a soul in that lair? I remember, that's what I was approaching. Let me go talk to that soul real quick. No use just leaving it there. That's the whole reason I went back there. I got distracted robbing the dragon's loot. Yeah, see? Right there. Let's go over there. I was like, all through while I was walking over there in the last episode, I was like, did I forget something? There we go. The closer you near the dimly lit essence that smolders over the Ratherin's burnt corpse, the stronger you feel the soul's flickering confusion and grief. Ashen, crooked fingers still clutch a flaming torch, grasping the relic tightly even in death, reach for the soul. Rather than falling face forward into a vision of the Ratherin's final memory, her last thoughts scream through your mind in a jumble of disjointed words and disbelief.
I am burning! I am burning! I am burning! And it is not in pleasure, not for Mother Margaret. I should have listened when she said nothing, but I was willing to die to reach the Everflame, to sacrifice them and everything to ash, to vanquish the Defiler. And I am burning, but not in the flame, not with honor and eternity, but for a moment. I am disgraced.
Dig deeper into her final memory.
Who will lay the talk before the mother to fire the way? Who is left? Who will guard the sacred spire, the mother's mind? Who will descend the shrine to the Defiler's god's face? Not these hands that are ashes sifting on a breath that is a last sigh of a wretchedly snuffed life.
Man, she is talkative for a ghost.
And mine. Now she who was blackened and befouled and forsaken by the flames, forsaken by Margaret.
Pry the torque from the priestess's hand. Twisting the torque cracks off 3 of the priestess's blackened brilliant fingers. Got the torque of Bethane. The final flicker, this last swift and violent shuddering, the soul dims and disintegrates.
Now, priestess. I'll harvest your soul and your torment too.
Coaxing the soul with a low and soothing voice, Jody jiggles her lantern over the priestess's charred corpse. There's not much left after the trauma the soul endured, but a few glimmering motes whirl around the soft light before fading into the lantern. Okay, now we can get out. Just running all the way. And over to here. Well, into the Jagged Keep. Let's try and get down to Eothas. Check along down here. Check to the right.
Easily done.
Can I lockpick that?
Don't mention it.
Thank you. Oh, we got a giant, superb flail. Oh wait, a hidden object was found. Come back. What was found? Alright, so Jody discovered something, but I'm not seeing it. What the hell did she discover? Oh, it was outside of my even sight range. Okay.
I'll see it done.
Grab that. Alright. I have no idea where I'm going here. rock slide has collapsed a section of the keep. Quick save the game. Rathian Flamecaller, I'm gonna head back this way. I'm gonna check the other side. This is a large temple. I mean, I don't mind fighting the Rathun, but I'd like to explore a lot of places before I get into combat.
Can we not
Alright, that's more Rathuns. Oh, this one's not hostile.
The gigantic flaming marauders?
Picked at spotting you, the trapping warrior slams her shield against the floor, rattling the stones beneath your feet.
Scurriers in my keep. Make ready to be crushed, vermin of Eothas.
Wait, hear me out first. She stills, red scrawls on her skin, red flickering as she grimly appraises you.
Nay, I will not risk the spread of the Defiler's filth during this time of crisis.
She readies her sword.
May Margaret forever burn your
Wait, I could have showed her the
You'll
torque.
find no mercy in the Everflame.
I'm gonna reload real quick. Did I quick save? Yeah, quick save. I want to see what happens when you show her the torque. I don't need to deal with that.
Look.
All the way down here. Alright, this time show her the torque.
You felled her and her dragon.
With a deep-chested growl, the warrior readies her sword strike. No, it's a dragon who killed her, not me. She stills, red scrawls on her skin flickering as she grimly appraises you. A muscle ticks in her jaw, but finally she sheathes her sword.
Then the Bafor will decide your fate. He awaits at the back of the keep.
Alright. So am I going to be led through? Or am I have to fight you guys? Because you guys are just bags of experience. You're just lucky I'm almost tapped out, I think.
Now is not the time to start molting. I'm stressed too.
Grab this. Oh, wait. This isn't marked as stealing. Again, not marked as stealing. So it's mine.
Leave it to me.
Supposing this volcano blows, what are the odds any of us but Gone survives it?
That's a good question.
Turn around, Captain.
When the warlord spots you, his shoulders stiffen and he reaches for the mace strapped to his back.
Kith, how is it you have come to be here?
I'm-
Nay, it is of little matter.
I am not here to fight you.
Your words hold no weight, Kith. Rathun decide their own battles.
Is your pride worth more than the lives of your warriors? Can you afford to lose any more right now?
Think you could fell even one of my warriors? You may be right. Even one loss is a blow I cannot currently risk. Eothas deserves death, not words. The Defiler God has brought war to Ahem in revenge against Margaret and her Rathun.
The warlord regards you hotly, fire sweat dripping down his neck. His surrounding warriors clanging their weapons against their chests to the floor, clamoring for blood.
What is your relation to Eothas, if not to act with him against Margaret?
Eothas stole part of my soul. I need it back.
Then you two have cause against Eothas, as we
Plus, he stepped on my castle.
We are prepared to assault Eothas at the base of the moor.
The warlord gestures to the shrine of Magrin behind him.
The shrine will lower us to the sacred Ardra pillar, where the embodied god now gluts himself.
Let me through. I'll speak with Eothas and convince him to leave this place.
Even if I believed you, I cannot do such a thing.
He shakes his head, his eyes burn, fiercely intent.
We guard the sacred depths of the moor. None may freely enter. Thus the shrine lies dormant, locked without the talk of Bethacton.
He shoves his shoulders back with pride.
Our high priestess. The Brenthis is the talk's rightful bearer, but she has yet to return to the keep.
I have the torque.
I heard shouts of your triumph preceding you. It would seem you are unparalleled among your kind. And mine. You are without the Brenthis. So I must assume she has returned to the Everflame.
The markings on his skin dim briefly.
What became of the Ancient? Jordafellas. Triumph will be nigh impossible without her.
What makes you think something happened to her?
Face beat red, Jody chokes, pounding her chest as she struggles for air.
Oh, where to begin? Captain?
Maya elbows you. The warlord tilts his head as if considering the true meaning of your companion's reaction. Growing distrustful, he tightens his grip on his
You will
mace.
answer me, Kith, without trickery or lies.
The dragon has forsaken you. He falls silent, the scrawlings on his skin flaring hotly.
Indeed. I feared the worst when the Brenthis failed to return with the beast. We've no choice. Despite the odds, we'll attack without either strength.
He shakes his head, the motion grave.
If this is to be our last stand, we must prepare ourselves, either for victory or for sacrifice. Lest Margaret forsake us for our failures. You've earned the right to fire shrine with the talk of the Everflame. But we cannot join you as yet in facing the Defiant.
That's okay, my dude. I am gonna loot your shrine, though.
Thinks of all this.
You stand before the shrine of Magran, goddess of flame and war. Lifting your eyes, fiery motes begin to streak across your vision as you stare into the imposing castle likeness, and I am fully aware that Palladino is rambling on about something I have no idea what. For the span of a single breath, everything falls eerily silent. The Rathun behind you fades away. Flames to either side of you flicker higher, dancing without sound. But the heat is real, licking at your skin. Then metal groans as Magran's statue bends her head to you in greeting.
Watcher, the time does not allow for niceties.
Her words flow like lava from her lips, like the trails that burble hotly from her eyes.
Even now, Eothas gains strength from the spire. What progress have you to report?
I haven't yet spoken with
Make
Eothas.
haste, should you wish to distract our enemy during my preparation for war.
She leans forward, the copper of her corded arms gleaming from the blustering flames. She tugs her sword free from its splint, and the entire shrine shudders with
Though
heat.
now, maybe a revised directive would be wise. Presently, I shall erupt this volcano, and with it, consume Eothas. I suggest you retreat if you at all value your mortal form.
I need more time to reach Eothas.
I can give you only the moments more it takes me to fully fire the depths of this maw. After that, I will not stay the assault. Even for you. Fare thee on, Watcher. My condolences, should you die.
She inclines her head once more in a stalwart farewell. An avatar of the goddess flashes over the imposing statue before you. As the image fades, her absence leaves the shrine cold and deathly silent. Okay. I'll tell you what. I have to go down. Where do I go down here?
Can't take all the credit.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna quick save the game. Remove that trap. Remove this trap.
Easily done.
Open this.
Don't mention it.
And loot it. Fire thrower's gloves. That's not bad. Might have to use those on somebody. Alright, we've been around this way. Where's the way down? It's not across the hall. It's got to be down here, right? Yeah, put me on a time limit and then make it hard to find the way down. Sure, why not?
Leave it to me.
You're looting all of this. Thank you very much. Got a key. And this does not go anywhere. Alright, where the hell do I go? Is this it? That can't be it, is it? How do I get down? How the hell do I get down? I'm gonna quick save the game. Magrin plans to erupt the maw, destroy Eothas. He'll die if you stay here.
The goddesses have a burning will. We Rathun will abide it.
Your souls aren't bound to Magrin's will. You're free to choose your own fate.
What are our souls if not the sparks from Margaren's flint? Our choice is not whether to serve the goddess, but how. We are Margaren's creatures, formed from her flames. We exist only to further her greatness.
If that's how you feel about it, then I won't try to sway you.
Now, descend on the fires of the shrine and meet your fate, kith.
So I've got to interact with that shrine, yeah. A statue of Magrin towers above you, bloodied and battle-ready. The goddess clutches both sword and shield. At the base of the statue, a rectangular iron-sided altar rests between two unlit braziers. Place the torque on the altar. The braziers on either side of the altar flare to life, red-hot flames shooting higher before settling into a steadier, softer burn within the bowls. Lava eddies beneath the iron grating in the floor, heating the soles of your feet, while the statue herself seems to wake, metal groaning, rasping as the shrine moves. You've lost an item. The torque. Alright. Descend into the depths. With a squeal of metal against metal, the entire floor drops a stomach-lurching 5 feet. Chains clang like the toll of a bell as they catch, pounding against the time-worn gears. Then the shrine begins to steadily lowering into the maw. As the shrine cranks lower into the maw, Eothas' colossal Adra-covered dome, neck, and shoulders slowly emerge into view. This close, the god rises up like a mountain, larger than you ever remember having seen him. Energy vibrates from his massive body, and a cacophony of mutterings and shouts from the souls whirling within it slams into you, nearly knocking you from your feet. Dude, you owe me a castle. My dude just hanging from the elevator and being like, "Hey, you still owe me a castle."
I wish my diplomatic training included the polite way to get a god's attention.
Have you ever seen anything so awe-inspiring? Behold...
Watcher, I wasn't sure you'd make it. But there is enough of you in me to grasp that you had a better chance than most. Some would say it's because you have a strong soul. Great deeds come easily to one so spiritually blessed. Or have you become great because of what has been thrust upon you? Watcher of Cadnua, Herald of Berith, Hound of Eothas.
Oh my god. You really... I mean, this can't...
Calm down, Shodi girl.
I see you, Shodi. I am glad that we could meet, even if it is under quite unpleasant circumstances.
You making a move on my girl, Eothas?
Really
after
right?
taking my castle?
Gone. Your humble priestess is before you. Please, tell me what you require of me. How do I save more lost souls than I can carry in one lifetime?
Face bright red?
Bright red.
Thank you.
Beating her brow. Shodi stumbles precariously closer to the edge. Lantern rattling, she catches herself.
I think I would have caught her before that.
Before she would have toppled over.
And thank you, narrator, for narrating the flavor text for the first time in the damn game.
I know that you have undertaken a noble mission, but I will tell you what I told the Watcher. You need not fear for the lost souls of this world. As for you, Watcher, why is it you believe you have made it this far?
Because you owe me a damn castle. Good fortune and good people have carried me the whole way. I'd be nothing without them. Each of us simply does the best we can. My trials have made me who I am.
You have done much in this life, it's true. But if it weren't for your past with Theos, with Eovara, you never would have come down this path. But you have come a great distance for answers. What would you ask of me, Watcher?
What's your billing address so I can bill you for my castle?
That we have. And I got a request. Down here. God, look how full my lantern is. I've been harvesting day and night for you, my God.
Lantern rattling. Sickle gripped so tight her knuckles are white. She waves her arms over her head as she shouts.
My dear Shodi, I do not mean to diminish your presence here. But this is a question that the Watcher needs to answer. He alone was tasked with pursuing me. The gods have placed him in this fire. It is only right that we speak together now.
I need to know why you come back.
You need to know? Or Berith? Or the gods?
The gods fear you have something catastrophic in mind. After all you've done, I think every creature that lives and breathes on Eora needs to know.
And it would seem even she whose presence shakes the heart of this mountain needs to know.
Magrin is prepared to take drastic measures to stop you.
Margaret fears what I will do, just as she feared what I would do in the Deerwood. But this time, there is no power on Eora or in all of hell to stop me. Understand that what I'm saying is neither a boast nor a challenge. It is the clearest statement of truth I can give you. Give Berith, in the hopes of dissuading you from taking actions that may harm others.
What are you going to do?
Force gods and mortals alike to open their eyes to one another. It seems my sister does not like the sound of that.
Can you be more specific? What are you trying to do?
I want to return the gods to our original purpose, and to allow mortals to worship us, or ignore us, for what we are, not what we pretend to be.
Shodi gasps sharply, for once too stunned to blurt out a response. Her eyes are wild, with too much white showing, when she glances from Eothas to you.
When I entered Widewin, I did so with the intention of illuminating the history of Anguith.
Yeah, the Anguithans turned themselves into gods.
I wanted to show all the nations of the Eastern Reach the machines we had used to create ourselves. How we had hidden our true nature from mortals for millennia. But even if I had succeeded, my words would have been easy to deny. Belief creates the foundation upon which a mind's reality is built. Some minds can never let go of that foundation. They would rather hold tight to the world in their mind than accept what they're being told.
If that's so, and even your words could be corrupted by the Leaden Key and Hand Occult.
It is what we have tasked them with for thousands of years. Even their clumsiest attempts to cloud the truth can be easily accepted by those who want desperately to believe it. And so have the gods, with their help, maintained this illusion for hundreds of generations. But even a beautiful illusion is still a lie, obfuscating reality even as it points to a transcendent truth. The time has come for a new covenant between gods and mortals. One forged in the light of truth and understanding between our kind. I will leave this place and go to the lost city the Huana call Ukaizo. It is there that all souls pass through the machines of the gods, where all souls pass into the beyond before beginning their next life.
My dude, you still owe me a castle. I will go there.
When I reach that place, I will find our great machines and tear them to pieces. I will smash the great wheel until the lights of hell all gutter and die. And when my work is done, I will leave this world forever.
I guess that's one way to get a response.
I'm surprised Margaret is reacting this way. I would have thought she would appreciate a trial of this magnitude, one that tests us all. Both gods and mortals alike rely on the wheel. We depend on it for the souls that give us power. Mortals depend on it for the lives of future generations. Breaking it will force all of us to face the truth. We will fail together or move forward together. Either ending is preferable to the cycle we still find ourselves in.
Well, I guess that's an answer.
Go on, wait! Before it's too late, you gotta take the souls I harvested for you.
The priestess thrusts her light.
Thrusts her light pulsing lantern outward, as if waiting for Eothas to take it from her.
Thank you, narrator.
They are not for me to take. Shodi, you are their guardian now. You are their protector. You have taken responsibility for them, and only you can decide their fate. Once again, The gods have put you in a precarious position, Watcher. Considering all the troubles I have put you through, the least I can do is protect you from the wrath Margaret has intended for me.
Yeah, thank you. You still owe me a castle.
Don't thank me yet. This will be particularly difficult for you, Watcher.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Guys and gals, we are literally being touched by the hand of God right now.
Despite herself,
Despite
yeah.
herself, Shodi squeals.
I'm not used to narrator
She
actually
sways on
doing
her
her job.
feet as if she might faint.
Alright.
Eothas' great hand floats away from the luminous Audra pillar. As it pulls back, for a brief moment you see a golden tether flash into existence between the pillar and the great titan's back. When the Audra fingers gently cradle you, there is first a sensation of warmth, but it is followed by a harsh splitting of consciousness. Your awareness vacillates erratically between the physical world and the spiritual dimension of Eothas' body. Your soul glides amid the many trapped with Eothas. As your brilliant form passes by them, they call and reach out for help. Below Eothas' body, the volcano erupts. Molten rock rushes over the great Audra body, but does not slow its movement. Rathun rush to higher ground, but cannot outpace the lava, which overwhelms and consumes them as it rises. Your attention returns to the heart of Eothas' body. Deep within the whirling masses of souls, you again sense your own presence, the fragment that was taken from you. This time, you reach out to it as it reaches out to you. You meet somewhere in the great mass of Audra, the rest of the souls fading at the edge of your awareness.
So I got my half a soul back.
We are together again. Are you ready to be together again?
Yeah, it's about time.
Are you certain? Since we've parted, you've become someone else, and I have become myself. When we join, we won't be ourselves anymore.
If you say so, my dudes.
Your senses yank back to your body, still in Eothas' hand. There is light, sunlight. He has emerged from Ashen Maw, the rim of the volcano and the great keep of the Rathun collapsing behind him. The Audra is barely visible through the thick lava covering his body, and still, he moves. The ocean is gone, water sucked away, leaving only the bare seabed glistening in an ominous silence. You summon the strength to turn your head. Through the cracks in the great god's fingers, you see a wall of water, taller than Nekataka, taller than Eothas, as tall as the moon. It comes with the rumbling of a terrible stampede. The wave slams into Eothas. His hand closes, protecting you from the devastation. Somewhere in your mind, you hear Andra screaming.
So both Magran and Andra failed to take him
Back
down.
inside him, back with yourself. Are you still the same Watcher who returned the lost souls of the Deerwood to the wheel?
I am, and I hope to
The sun
return.
observes you,
Yeah,
waiting. I am.
I am, and I hope I'll do everything I can to save these poor souls before I am done.
Good. Then this should be easy. You feel cool air, seawater. The back of your mind pulls your attention back to your body. Eothas stands amid the now calm waves. Kraken futilely clinging to his limbs as he gingerly sets down your ship with one hand. He carefully opens his other, setting your body on the deck. As your
Wait, my
head
ship
comes to
survived all
rest,
that?
Your vision rocks forward.
Good show,
Back
crew.
into the Audra, back to your soul.
Gotta give them a
Some
bonus.
of us is lost to him. Fragments and the empty spaces between them. They will always be a part of him. But we are still us. And it's time for us to go. Together.
Alright.
The soul rushes toward you, flying into you with ferocious speed. You are thrust back through the Audra, out of the palm of Eothas' hand, back into your body. You can feel the sensation of your skin, the warmth of the Audra, but you are not fully in control. The other soul struggles to reach the surface of the body. body's consciousness, but you pull it down. Entangled, you float in a dark, boundless expanse. The more you fight each other, the closer you become, until somehow, impossibly, every piece of you is touching every piece of them. Through the distant window of your eyes, you see Eothas push slowly against your ship. Though his touch is light, it is still the touch of a god. The ship lurches, rapidly tearing across the water southward. His hand pulls away from your ship's wake, his body straightening, towering overhead. The volcanic rock, now cooled and gently steaming, sloughs from his body as he moves. The Audra beneath is still immaculate, unmarred. He watches you depart, and you hear a voice in your mind as you sink deeper into the blackness of sleep.
Tell them what you have witnessed, Watcher. Tell them what is coming.
All right.
The windows of your eyes retreat
They're gonna
into the distance.
the people are gonna think I'm kind of crazy, but you know, I'll just kill them if they make too much of a mess.
That you can't tell if its thoughts are separate from your own. Eothas is going to Ukaizo.
Eothas is going to Ukaizo.
He's going to stop the
He
wheel.
is going to stop the wheel.
Eothas is going to Ukaizo. Eothas is going to Ukaizo. He's going to stop the wheel. The words repeat in your mind until they become an incessant, meaningless mantra. Involuntary meditation in the emptiness of your unconscious. When the words finally dissolve and become part of the darkness, you see a pinpoint of light. You no longer sense the other soul. No longer sense the person you were before Eothas touched you. You swim toward the light. As you come closer, the light becomes two blurry spots of radiance. You settle in behind your eyes and feel your lips already moving, mumbling. Around your body you sense familiar scents and sounds, voices raised in shock and alarm. You take control of your mouth, opening it wide and drawing a great breath.
Okay. Well, that was dramatic. A pounding headache drags you most of the way back to your senses. Your vision blurs and an acrid taste fills your parched mouth. The details of the room slowly come into focus, the sounds of an ongoing debate, a distant echo.
Are we simply going to wait? What if he never wakes up?
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Castle. I'll remember
Are
that.
those frilled collars stuffed in your ears? If the Watcher's mumblings are right, then Eothas is marching on Ukaizo. We have to move.
In the brief silence, you hear Hazanui Karu's boots scrape against the tile as she paces.
He's seizing power from the very gods who betrayed him, destroying the wheel to make sure they never come back.
She shakes her head and chuckles with grim
It's a
appreciation.
coup, and we have to muster the strength to stop it.
The unraveling of Kohopa from Tangaloa is our greatest test from the gods, I say. We must live to deserve the world they make for us.
Anakaza rests her chin on her fist and considers. The assembled leaders turn their attention away from each other in a prolonged and thoughtful silence. As you feel fully present and steady on your feet, the tension of the room abruptly shifts to you, filling the void with expectant whispers. I'm fine, not that anybody asked.
You bear witness to the work of the gods. It seems they are not finished with you yet.
You look about as befuddled as I feel, Watcher.
It's all good, Jody.
Join our talks, I say. Rational discussion will gust away the ominous smoke rising from Ashen Maw.
Anakaza gestures to you with an open palm.
The Deadfire is no stranger to cataclysm. We can survive by cleaving to a shared purpose, a greater good, Akira.
She looks to each of the envoys in turn.
For what else did the gods place us here? We who have ships and resources enough to make a difference.
Castello glanced around the room at the gathered parties, his brows climbing.
What we need is brass. Roatai has ships and cannons aplenty, but the only way I'm sending them is if...
She breaks off at the boom of a door slamming open. Commotion echoes from the entrance hall. As everyone turns toward the noise, her hand strays to her gun. The sound of approaching footsteps grows in volume as a courier scrambles into the throne room, panting and glistening with sweat. His mouth opens and closes like a fish gasping desperately for breath.
Ships have formed the blockade around Queen's Berth. Their commander demands parley with Serpent's Crown.
Is this the Principe?
What? But what about our ships? I must get a message through to the captains.
For what do our enemies paint a target on their hull? This is a stirring bid for my attention.
Anakaza narrows her gaze past the open door.
Send word to my water shapers to drain the sea around the flagship. I would parley on better terms than this.
Anakaza begins to rise, but the courier speaks up ahead of her.
My queen! They fly the colors of pirates! The Principe are...
Well, what have we here?
A confident voice booms from the open door. The motley sailors who don't hold the Huana guards at bay with drawn weapons take in some of the more opulent decorations with avid interest. One pirate separates from the fold, sauntering boldly forward.
Forgive me, Loveson, but it looks like you're having a party. A rather fine one to which you didn't invite me.
She winks, soilinette glinting in the light as she cocks her pistol high above her head.
You painted vagrants are a plague on my tribes. Why should I not hang you from the walls of my garden?
Anakaza grips the handrest of her throne as if ready to vault up and attack.
You should be asking yourself how they got in here in the first place.
She glowers in the direction of the throne.
Oh, I do love when they squabble. But I'm here for neither pleasantries nor entertainment. We've bigger fish to fry. Or should I say gods?
A determined-looking guard inches closer to Adelis from the edge of the court. Without looking, the Principe captain swizzles her pistol aimed straight at his chest.
Now everyone just calm down. I promise we won't fire on you at this time. Unless firstly provoked. That is, until once we've safely absconded from the city back to the high seas.
She grins magnanimously.
Then all bets are off again. Aye?
Yes, well, if you have a point, pirate, I suggest you reach it quickly.
We're supposed to take a bunch of pirates at their word?
She crosses her arms, the wooden hand groaning.
Right you are. However...
The now-eyed look she settles on the throne is more than a little bloodthirsty.
I'm here because I've got questions, ones that can't wait.
And this is running long, but we'll go ahead and do it.
Them nicely.
If we want to reach Ukaizo, we'll need every ship at our disposal.
Ukaizo? What's the lost city of gold got to do with the god on a rampage?
Using the barrel of her gun, she tips her hat back curiously. Eothas is going to shatter the life and death while the rest of you bicker over land rights.
Well, fuck if that doesn't put things into perspective. But what's that even mean in the long run? Folks who die won't be coming back again.
Okay, it's possible. I don't know. This isn't exactly common.
This is all dark and foreboding sounding. But what's it mean for my soul? I mean, I like the idea of pirating throughout the Great Beyond as much as the next gal. But if, say, I got no awareness after I die, does it even matter what happens?
Ak, of course you have no interest past that of your eyes and your stomach. Let us speak now of what can be done. Must be done. Watcher, you know best of all of us what our options are.
More answers could become apparent when we land on Ukaizo.
The Huana made compacts with the gods on lost Ukaizo. Anything can happen on the shores of our ancestors.
Anikaza nods.
I say it is a place where mortals can reach beyond themselves, do freely what animancers struggle to dream.
We have to act quickly. Defending Ukaizo is the highest priority.
A pensive, focused look sharpens lines in her face. She scratches her cheek with the fingers of her wooden hand.
Our ships are fast and well-equipped. We could sail to the edge of Andra's mortar. See if Eothas' passage opens a way through the storms.
She narrows her eyes, watching the others.
Of course, finding Ukaizo once we're through is another matter.
If you can get me through Andra's mortar, I can take you to Ukaizo.
That's so. You just might be able to save us.
She scratches her chin, an eager glimmering in her
We
eye.
speak of collectively sailing for Andra's Mortar, but this crown will not support any plan that involves a single outsider ship landing on the shores of Ukaizo.
A hush falls across the room as Anakaza makes her proclamation.
It is for this moment that the gods test me. Anyone who seeks to cross Andra's Mortar will learn that the gates of Ukaizo are the end of compromise with the Huana.
Can everyone agree to an armistice while we work through this crisis?
I don't mean to let Eothas end us while we bicker. But the fate of Ukaizo is not exclusively a Huana concern.
I think I'm getting the gist of it now.
She rubs the barrel of her gun under her jaw thoughtfully. Then she crooks you a cunning grin.
While these witless princocks go at each other's throats, we Principi will cut through the storms and plunder the city of gold. Whatever Eothas is seeking in those ruins, we'll find it, and then we'll sell it to the highest bidder. That, or me and mine will have front row seats to the end of the world.
If the Huana cannot take back our beginning, then our end fast approaches. The gods will judge us.
So we gotta pick a faction.
Are you going to guard it as closely as you've guarded your palace today?
She shoots a meaningful stare at the pirates.
Ukaizo was yours once, and you lost it. Meanwhile, the storms that cover Andra's Mortar plague Rauatai too. We will help the Watchers stop Eothas, but we will not leave our country's future in soft hands. We hope the Watcher agrees.
She nods to you.
Watcher, there are two kinds of people in the Deadfire. Those who have called it home since time immemorial, and opportunists.
Anakaza glares at the assembled dignitaries.
With Ukaizo under our control, the Huana would restore order as it has not been seen since the days of our ancestors.
She nods slowly, holding your gaze all the while.
Order. And the only question is whether it will be the order of ignorance and tradition, or else of conquest. The secrets to be found in Ukaizo could elevate us all beyond the telling. I will not relinquish that dream so easily.
With that, Castle turns to stride away, his shoulders set in a rigid line. Without so much as a final farewell, Eothas tips her hat to her head to her armed crew, and the pirates withdraw as swiftly as they arrive.
Watcher, I say the time to play at freelancing is at an end. Any of us could get you to Ukaizo, but only one of us will stand by your side.
Studying you carefully, Anakaza nods and gestures for her attendants to clear the room. All right.
Let's speak, Watcher, while we have the chance.
So what I'm going to do is I am going to pause here. I got 4 alliances to prepare your ship for the hard journey. And with that, we will call it here and continue next time. This has been the RPG Crawler with Pillars of Eternity 2. If you like what you've seen, remember to leave a like, comment, got any feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye. And if you are still watching, I would like to take the opportunity to thank my supporters, the top tiers of which are listed on the screen, without whose support I would not have been able to offer the variety of content that I have on this channel throughout the years. If you're feeling particularly generous and would like to join them, you can support the channel. There are a variety of options to do so. I have a Patreon, a Subscribe Star, as well as channel memberships enabled. If you are not in a position to contribute, simply leaving a like, a comment, or sharing my videos are all wonderful ways to help the channel grow without spending a dime, and are all greatly appreciated.